Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so as it gets close to summer, this is a little bit different summer vacation than most of us are probably used to. But I remember back when I was on summer vacation as a junior high, and there was always a lot of like jobs my parents would give me, lots of like chores and stuff since I would be home a lot. They'd maybe expect me to maybe do more dishes or mow the lawn or do things that I didn't want to because, kids don't like doing chores, right? And most adults don't like doing chores either. But we don't like to do those little repetitive tasks. But I was reflecting on some of those things that are more common in summertime. Some of these little tasks that were given, and I was wondering. It seems like it's not a coincidence that life is filled with little tasks that were given that are very simple and they're very repetitive, where we're often doing the same thing over and over again. We don't have to maybe think a lot when we do it, like maybe doing dishes or cleaning, or even when you're getting up in the morning or walking to school or biking somewhere or brushing your teeth, or those little tasks. It seems like there's lots of those throughout life, and I wonder if they're there for a reason. I wonder if God made life filled with these little moments where our minds weren't always busy. Because in school and when we're with people and maybe when we're doing homework or some of the more complex things in life, our minds are busy and they're distracted from God and they're doing other things. But it seems like there's lots of these little opportunities to actually turn our minds back to God, like when we're doing chores or like when we're cleaning or getting ready in the morning or just doing the basic daily tasks. But something I've noticed for myself is I often try to avoid those times where my mind isn't occupied. I try to fill in those times with entertainment or with listening to something or music or TV or social media. I tend to try to avoid those times where my brain is kind of turned off and has opportunity to maybe pray or to worship God or to think about God. In those moments, I tend to opt more for entertainment and distract myself from God. And so recently, what I've been trying to do is when I find myself doing something where I don't have to think a lot, I'll keep doing that and just start to pray to God, something simple. Whether it's maybe it's been a question that I've been having throughout the week, and I'll just repeat that in my head as I'm doing whatever I need to do. Or maybe something I'm thankful for, and I'll continue to thank God. Or if maybe there's one person in my life that I can pray for, I'll just ask God, will you bless so and so today? And I'll just think about what does that person need, and I'll ask God, what does so and so need? And just it doesn't have to be super complicated, but just to think about those things, because there seems to be lots of moments that God has given us to continue prayer and worship to Him. It doesn't just have to be a Monday night. It doesn't just have to be a Sunday morning church sort of thing. There's lots of moments throughout the day where God gives us time to enter into His presence and connect with Him and pray with Him and worship Him. So throughout your week and as you go into this summer vacation, as your parents probably start to give you more chores and more stuff to do, or even just in normal life, look for where are the moments where my brain is kind of on autopilot, where I'm really not thinking very much, where I have some capacity to maybe pray, to maybe thank God for things, maybe sing a worship song, whatever it is for you, just in your normal life, something that you can do all the time. Whether it's if you walk somewhere every day, maybe you walk to the park every day, if you walk the dog. Wherever it is, we probably all have a couple of minutes here and there that we can begin to turn into our personal devotional time. So I want you to think about that this week and look into your life and where do you have those little moments where you can connect with God. We're getting close to the end of the youth year. I hope you guys are having a wonderful time. And I hope these last couple of weeks are going to be really good for you guys. And we're praying for you, and God bless.